Hello, Sifu Boggie here. Half troll, half Jedi, half Daoist, half madman. That's a lot of halves. Now watch another episode of Raw Chi. Raw Chi moments. Ah, hello. Boggie here. Sif here. Right, part 3, I think. Part 3 of, well, Raw Chi moment, part 3 of Mythos, creating your own legend. So, yeah, you know, your aim, a Daoist aim, is to balance life, is to find the balance within life. Your balance, not anybody else's, not Joe Blogg's, not the Queen's, not Mary Poppins, yours. Find your way, your balance, your path. That's what the Tao means. A lot of people think Tao, like, you know, is a religion, like, you know, Buddhism and Taoism in the West has become a religion. Religion is the Latin word religio, which means bond with Almighty, bond with God, whatever you think God is. Buddhism and Taoism are more points of view, are more about philosophy. Philosophy coming from the Latin word philo, which means love of knowledge, love of information. In Buddhism and Taoism, everything is God. You are God. You are the creator. You create your own reality. You know, if you feel that you're unlucky, you'll always be unlucky. If you feel that, you know, that you always find happiness, you will always find happiness. On Facebook a while ago, I put, you know, say yes, you believe in positivity, and one person put no, and I thought that's interesting because NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, psychology, the law of attraction, they all say yes, positivity does affect you. You know, what you believe does affect you, and you know, that's the interesting thing in you know, in the stuff I believe. In a lot of, especially nowadays, a lot of spirituality has a basis in science. There is a scientific, or at least information, data showing that this could be a possibility. So this is not quite mythos, but well, it is. It's about believing in yourself. You know, you want to be a superhero for you. You know, don't worry about anybody else, not everybody else. Be who you want to be. That's, if everybody focused more on being the best them they could be, rather than desperately trying to keep up with everybody else, I think there would be a lot less issues. At least there'll be a lot more happier people. And I don't mean that, you know, that means, you know, harming others, because you know, whatever universe you're in, you know, harming others intentionally is not a good thing. If you have to protect yourself, I believe in that. But then you only, if you didn't attack others, then you wouldn't have to protect yourself. Therefore, there wouldn't, you know, if nobody was attacking other people, whether that's physically, emotionally, or otherwise, and then, you know, you wouldn't have to defend yourself. Therefore, you wouldn't need to do, you know, physical, emotional, or spiritual violence. Back to the Future. Don't worry, I got a black eye, I had a little accident. While editing, I realised this wasn't complete, and so I thought I'd do a quick summary. So to find your way, your path, your Tao, to do this, the best way is to have a yin to your yang. So to have a myth, to have a mythos, to have something to look up to build on. As I used to say in skating, is that ice skating is my cup of coffee, my drugs, my punching bag, and so is my myth. Boggie, the personality, the behind everything's reversed to the camera. Behind this, behind all this persona is myself. It's still me, it's just the other side of me. So the yin and the yang. So the yin is the shady side of the hill, the yang is the sunny side of the hill. Still the same hill. So having your mythos gives you something to look up to build up on. So it helps you in your path, in your way, your balance. So, quite simply, having a myth, having maybe somebody like Ethan Collins from Mytha gear create things that help you generate that myth, or just wearing a certain shirt when you want to boost your confidence, or in NLP doing certain little triggers like pulling the ear, touching the nose. These are, in NLP, these are triggers to increase confidence and positivity and energy. Finding a myth is important. Finding your own myth. This is why people love the comics and love the superhero movies and the X-Men movies, because we look up to these characters. This is why people, become fans to stars, celebrities, because we look up to people. But the best person to look up to is you. Create your own myth. Create your own superhero. Be your own superhero. And in doing so, it will help you in finding your path, your way, your Tao. Hope that makes sense. If you want to ask any questions, you've got any questions, please put them on the link below. Send me comments. I'm happy to talk. So take care. Bye for now. Love, Chi and Shen. Sifu Boggie. Just me, just editing myself. Just a simple raw footage. Simple as that. So, Raw Chi will be a series of very basic different videos of different either exercises or certain techniques from Daoist theory and Daoist Qigong. So let's start with a basic. What is Qi? Now there is a series called What is Qi? Hello, I'm the fox, formerly known as Sifu Boggie. And here is a list of friends and Patreons from my Patreon page that are helping me. So it's a list of gratitude. I'd like to thank Matt Brightside Evans, the Qigong and the Jedi Sifu. Also, Janine Brockway, a fellow co-host of The Way of Conscious Mindfulness. Danny B. Brendan Culliton, aka Skull Babylon. Avon Chilia, aka Little Sifu, aka My Film Guy. Also Maxine Chilia, aka his mum, my fellow Reiki master and also Shunchi Shen Sifu. Also Baz Chilia, aka his dad, my fellow Sifu and also known as Din Yin Nan Yen. Les Coulter, aka Gwing Jiao, my business advisor. Vicky Coulter, aka Chi Sis, another advisor and also a fellow Star Wars and Star Trek enthusiast. The very lovely Michelle Infinity, co-host of The Way of Conscious Mindfulness. My Auntie Erina. Also Fred Bleach, aka The Back Guy, The Back Man. He is my student and I am his. G, aka Graham Cox, aka Rooster Boy, a fellow Qigong Sifu and also advisor. The mighty Peter Fay, creator of Into the Mythica. Carl, one of my Qigong students. Michael Pratt, Pranic Healer and Reiki Master. Ethan Collins, aka Q, aka the Trollsmith, and also fellow co-host for The Way of Conscious Mindfulness. Parinth, one of my students, and finally Frank and Harry. You know Frank and Harry. You know, Frank, the friend of Harry. Who's Frank and Harry? So, that's the list of gratitude from me, Foxy Sifu Boggie. If you'd like to be added to the list, why not join me as a Patreon? Have a look at the link below. Otherwise, bye for now. Love, Chi and Shen, Sifu Foxy Boggie.